Welcome back to another Professional Picks college basketball video. We have three games we're looking at today, one taking place on Friday and then the other two on Saturday. Saturday has a stacked slate, so I'm going to also be trying to put out single game previews for that day in addition to this video. So we're just going to make this one a little bit quicker. As always, we have our partnership with Prize Picks. They'll match your first deposit of up to $100 using our promo code PROPICKS. See there on the left. This app is a daily fantasy app, so you could use it in betting illegal states such as Texas, California, and Florida. And they have a bunch of great promos. For example, they have the Taco Tuesday where they reduce the amount of players' points on their over-under that they have to score, and just really increases your expected value. For example, that pays out as a regular parlay. You can see there the power play, 2 correct pays 3 times, but in the FanDuel odds for the same exact bet above, it's only plus 111. So you guys should really take advantage of this app. It's $100 free to play around with. Once again, the promo code is PROPICKS. And then just a quick look at our Twitter. I've been posting a lot of bets on there because just guessing the lines on these YouTube videos can be pretty tough, but it's definitely a good way to just get a look at these games. I was in a bet slump, but yesterday we went 2-0, hitting on both Utah State, who was very comfortable win, and then Abilene Christian, who was just really neck and neck in covering at the end, but they did come through. So 2-0 last night. Don't have an official play up yet for today, because the slate is just super dry. Might just stick to the NFL tonight. With that, we'll look at our first game for Friday, and that's Villanova at Creighton. I think Villanova comes in and beats Creighton pretty easily here. Villanova, I believe, is still a really good team. They already have 3 losses on the year, and they did get embarrassed by Baylor at Baylor in the last game. I think they're just looking for a revenge game here. It's not a bunch of good matchups on Friday either. So this is going to be the most highly viewed one, and Villanova is just not going to want to get embarrassed on national television again. I think they're going to be about -6. This Creighton team is not nearly as good as they've been in the recent years. They're still 8-3, and I think they're overperforming, a little bit of pretenders. They're led by Ryan Hawkins, the transfer, who could shoot the ball, but not very athletic, not a great defender, but a solid player. Nonetheless, they also have Ryan Nembhard, Andrew Nembhard, the point guard on Gonzaga's little brother. He's a freshman, really skilled player. I just don't like when a freshman is probably your best player on the roster, and he's also not like a top 10, top 15. And you're playing in the Big East Conference. You're going up against seniors like Colin Gillespie, and then junior, I think, Justin Moore. I think they just destroy Creighton in this one, quite honestly. I know they're on the road. I know these road favorites have not been doing great in these primetime matchups, but I do think the talent disparity is great enough here. And if Villanova does lose this game, though, I got to stop betting them. I've had them as my pick on these YouTube videos way too often, and they have not come through enough. This is their redemption, hopefully. I will not take them at any greater than -7, though. I think Creighton could keep it closer. With being able to hit threes, but I think Villanova definitely wins this one, and hopefully by at least a few points. And then on Saturday, a game I just really wanted to look at in these single game previews. I'll have some other games for Saturday, but we have UCLA going to North Carolina. I think UCLA has played very well so far. They had one complete dud against Gonzaga, but they've beat some pretty good teams pretty handedly. They beat Villanova in overtime, but I do think they are they're going to definitely hurt from losing Cody Riley for the season. Miles Johnson's been a solid pickup, but he's no better than a role player, and would have been a great 6-man with Cody Riley starting at center. Miles Johnson just doesn't really bring enough to the offensive end, or doesn't bring an ability to cover the perimeter like Riley did. I think that's going to hurt them a bit in this one. I think at least defensively in the paint, Armando Bacot matches up pretty nicely with Miles Johnson. Then you got guys like Brady Manick and Dawson Garcia, and you don't have a bunch of true posts for UCLA. I think they're gonna go to work in the paint, and that is the Tar Heels. I also think they're gonna have to be at least plus some type of money. UCLA is number 4 in the country. North Carolina is still unranked somehow, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And these home teams, these home team underdogs, like I mentioned in the previous matchup, they've been winning a lot. I think North Carolina could be worth a money line here. My one worry is North Carolina started the year off playing terrible on defense. They've really picked it up. I think they've won their last 5 straight now, but you never know what you're going to get. These are college kids. It's final season, but these home underdogs in these big time games have pulled through often. I just think Villanova is that much better than Creighton, and I really don't think the talent gap between the Bruins and the Tar Heels is that great here. Caleb Love was, let's be honest, had a terrible freshman year, but he looks like a stud. He's playing how everybody thought he should have last year. His North Carolina team's a lot better. I don't know how they're not ranked at home. I think they pull this one out. And then the last game on Saturday, we're looking at Ohio State at Kentucky. And then we're going to go with something a little bit different here. I've taken Ohio State in pretty much just about every single video. I love EJ Liddell. But on the road here at Kentucky, I think Kentucky's going to pull this game out. Kentucky hasn't really played a bunch of great matchups. They were in that Champions Classic on opening night when they lost to Duke. But this is going to be another one of their bigger non-conference games here at home against Ohio State. I just don't think Ohio State matches up too great size-wise with Kentucky. I know Kentucky's not a monster team either, but they have Oscar Tshiebwe, who averages about 14 and a half rebounds. Nobody on Ohio State is really a dominant interior presence. Zed Key is getting there. He's definitely having a better sophomore year. And then EJ Liddell is kind of just does it all. He does block a lot of shots. He grab rebounds, but he's not set to one thing, I would say. He's a do everything type of player. But I just think between Oscar Tshiebwe, like Keon Brooks, some of their freshmen, Kentucky's just should go to work on the glass here. Another situation where it's technically a home underdog in a big matchup. I love Kentucky here. I still like Ohio State a lot as a team. I just don't think this is a great situation for them. Seth Towns and Justice Suing need to come back for them to start winning some of these big time away matchups. We saw for Xavier in their game at Xavier, EJ Liddell did a bunch, but he couldn't do everything for them. Nobody else on Ohio State was really contributing. Jamari Wheeler has not looked very assertive on offense. Malachi Branham's been inconsistent. Same with Aaron's. Kyle Young's been okay. They really need to get Suing back, who's a solid player. Seth Towns, the solid scorer. They need to get EJ Liddell some help. I don't think they could pull it out on the road against this Kentucky team who averages about 7 more rebounds per game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't already, let me know what you're taking in the comments. I gave out some pretty solid leans here, in my opinion. I'm going to also be putting out some single game previews for Saturday. Stay tuned. Let me know what games you guys would like to look at. Let me know which way you're leaning, and good luck this week, guys.